Hey dudes. So last night I was laying in bed, about to go to sleep, and I noticed that there was roughly 950 people who were subscribed to this channel. And I figured I should probably start working on something. I suspect by the time I wake up we'll be just barely under the 1,000 mark, and I should have a decent chunk of time to start putting something out. Blah blah blah. And then I woke up the following morning, today, and learned that not only did the channel hit 1,000, it hit 1,066 at the time of viewing overnight. I have no clue where you guys are coming from, but hey, welcome. So with the channel hitting this milestone, I wanted to go ahead and talk about that, as well as the direction that I should be taking this channel in, and I'm going to need your help with that. So if you're able, please watch to the end, it would mean a whole lot. So, somehow, someway, the channel hit the 1,000 milestone, and I should mention that I have been on YouTube for a long time, and it's nothing new to make a video on subscriber milestones, whatever the number, 100, 500, 1,000, 100,000 million, but I personally never really got why people did this, at least at the time. But now that I'm here, I gotta say, when people say, oh wow, I wasn't expecting this many people would enjoy what I do, I don't think they're just saying that anymore. I used to think it was just like the YouTuber being humble, but when I look at that subscriber count, I don't look at it as a number, because you have to remember that each and every single digit in that number is an individual. It's someone with their own life, doing their own things, going to school, work, whatever. They're a presence, and when you imagine someone, like a person, anyone in your room, for example, it's really difficult to miss someone standing in your room. A single person stands out a lot, and with this mindset, I cannot help but think how ridiculous it is to think that there are 1,000 people that are watching what I do. Trying to imagine 1,000 people in my room, for example, is unfathomable, to say the least. So I just wanted to say, I don't see you guys as just a number on this channel. You're all individuals with your own lives, and knowing that there's 1,000 of you taking time out of your day to watch my crap is incredible to me. So, you know, thank you. I'm never gonna ask people to like a video, favorite a video, or subscribe to the channel, or anything like that. Hell, the majority of this attention spawned from just one or two videos, which were like one-off sort of deals, like skits. And I don't think it'd be right trying to reel people in thinking that I was going to continue this, because I might not. I might, like, this channel might go dead in a few months. I have no idea. And also it makes each subscriber feel more important, because I'm not trying to hammer into your minds like, subscribe! Subscribe! and things like that. So, anyways, yeah, just to wrap up this section of the video, I just wanted to say thanks again. You guys are amazing. Now I wanted to talk about the direction for this channel, and I'm going to need your help. When I make videos, I follow the rule of create what you would want to see. So if I get an idea for something that I'd watch myself, I go ahead and make that video. And I resonate with humor more than anything, as you might be able to tell. Which is why I use humor as hooks for these videos, and things like the junction video and the volt video. Those are things that I loved putting together. And I also like mixing humor with information. I feel like the best way to teach people is to make whatever it is that you're trying to teach funny in some way. You know, be lighthearted, quirky, things like that. This is why I started Theory Builds, though I cannot lie, that series I don't think is going to last much longer, because in Warframe, making builds outside of the norm that are still relatively usable can be pretty difficult. When it comes to Warframes, people typically build them in very tried and true styles, and that can be hard to come up with something that is new and is at least worth fiddling with. And at the time of writing, I only have one idea left for Theory Builds, which may or may not even make it to actually becoming a video. We'll have to see. With that said, I don't want this to be the end of the channel. So what I wanted to propose to you guys is a few directions that I was thinking about taking this channel in following the end of Theory Builds. So this is my first idea. I've been thinking, the majority of people who are here are probably here for the humor and the few skit-like videos that I did. The Junction video, the Volt video, things like that. The Junction video especially blew up, and it was something that people really liked a lot. And the great thing about those kind of videos is that they're much easier to think up, and they don't make me feel like I'm forcing a video out just for the sake of making a video. Warframe skits would be pretty fun, and they would be different each time that I upload. But they wouldn't have much in the informative department, and they'd just be for fun and entertainment. And I'm still thinking about whether or not I want to do this, because there are quite a few people who have said that they like the mix of humor and information, and I do too. Remember, I'm trying to stick to the rule of make what you want to see, and the reason that I'm calling on you guys right now is because you guys obviously have very similar tastes to me, you know, if you're subscribed and watching what I do. So you guys could really help me out here on how I should push this channel. The second idea I had was to branch out to other games. In particular, Dark Souls 3 has recently been updated with a DLC, and Souls is one of my favorite series of games of all time. And I'm thinking about making a video of my first time going through the DLC area with my usual style. It will have text edits, things like that. But I don't want to isolate you guys, since I think that most of you are here for Warframe content. While I feel I can make DS3 entertaining, it wouldn't mean much if the game didn't already have your attention. Like, unless you're playing that series of games, these videos aren't going to appeal to you, I don't think. So branching to different games would keep my creativity flowing, but at the same time, I don't want to isolate you guys. I don't want to be playing something that none of you give a shit about. So, yeah, that's an idea I have, but I don't know if it's going to last. I do plan on uploading some Dark Souls 3 footage very, very soon, possibly even the same day that this goes up. But we'll have to see. Last idea I had was focusing more on voiceover videos and talking about things Warframe related. Rants, discussions, things like that. I feel that this is a pretty good direction to go in, as it'll let me still provide informative content while still making it fun to watch. And it'll still be Warframe focused. Just to give you an idea, I had a video in the back of my mind for probably the past 2 or 3 weeks now that's basically just laying into sniper rifles and why I think they are awfully designed in Warframe. If I do make that video, it would be with voice-over commentary and with my typical video edits that you'd expect. The problem, though, is with my voice. I do not have a commentary voice in the slightest, and that's why I've gravitated towards text in the majority of my videos. My voice is very average Joe. I mean, when you listen to someone like PsyCoCinematics or Omni voice, and I'm putting their channels up right now, and I'll also link them in the description because they are great guys. But yeah, if you listen to either of those guys and then listen to my stupid ass, it becomes clear what I mean. My voice is not designed or developed to handle that sort of content, but using text in a rant video would just be, it would feel empty, you know? So if I do decide to go down this path, I need to know, could you guys stomach my voice? The big reason that I made this video with voiceover instead of text is because A, it's easier to digest than having to read this wall of text, and B, as a test. So do you guys not mind my voice? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Do let me know, because it would really help me figure out how I'm going to push this channel. Last thing I wanted to cover is something that not a whole lot of you are going to care about. In fact, only 10 or so of you guys have probably seen this thing. But I wanted to cover one-shot. So, not many people who have come to this channel have seen the one-shot videos, but I did notice a few people who did before I unlisted those videos, and I wanted to cover this for the few people who are actually watching those videos. To those who don't know, One Shot is an adventure game that came out quite a while back, but late last year it got a Steam re-release. It's a wonderful adventure game with some pretty damn clever mechanics, and I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I decided to make a playthrough of it because it was one of those games that I just wanted to have an unedited playthrough that I could go back and watch for myself. This is before I was making content and showing it off to people. But when I started doing Warframe stuff, I noticed that some people were looking at those one-shot videos. And the reason that I unlisted those videos is simply because it was clogging up everything else. Like, I had like a huge block of one-shot parts that were just hogging up the channel. Now, if you guys are still interested in watching that, again, it's completely unedited. There is no like text, there's no voiceover or anything like that. It's just the game as it is. So it might be pretty boring, but if you guys do want to keep watching that, it's going to be in a playlist. And it's worth mentioning that it recently got updated. There was this event in the game where there was this giant door near the end of the game, and it was counting down to the March equinox, not related to Warframe at all. It was counting down to the March equinox of 2017, and when that timer hit 0, a door would open and there would be an update. It was a really clever way of introducing an update now that I think about it. And that update has come out, along with the Dark Souls 3 DLC and the recent Warframe Octavia update. There's been so much going on with the games that I've been paying attention to recently, and they all happened at once. So, yeah, that's pretty fun. Anyways, One Shot has been updated, and in the future, I'm going to be adding to the One Shot playthrough that I had been doing. Again, I know many of you probably don't give a rat's ass about One Shot, but it's a very good game, and I wanted to document it, even if it's just like a really boring standard playthrough of the game. Ugh, voice cracks. But, yeah, so I just wanted to cover that real fast. One Shot, it's going to be in a playlist. You guys can check out the playlist on the channel, but the episodes themselves are not going to be listed. They're going to be unlisted. So yeah. And that's about all I wanted to cover. There is a lot of things that I can focus on. Like, now that there's so many updates to games that I've been playing, Warframe, Dark Souls 3, One Shot, so much is happening, and I'm going to keep trying to push out content, mostly Warframe related, because we all like that, don't we? We all like our grind. But I am going to be uploading some Dark Souls 3 footage very soon, and if you guys don't like it, then, you know, you don't have to watch it. It's just something that I want to do because I would watch it personally. Again, it's that golden rule: make what you want to watch, and I like Dark Souls, so I'm going to be recording a playthrough of that. My usual style: text, edits, hilarity ensues, probably going to die a lot, etc., etc. So, again, I just want to thank you guys so much for, for the attention that this channel has gotten. It means a lot.